Good morning, class 11th. Today we'll be discussing about uh, the last exercise, but I think we are going to divide the last exercise in two parts, one part and the two part. So in the very first part, we'll be learning about some standard result on derivative, some simple standard result on derivative, you can say. And in the second part of the video that is going to come the next day, it's going to be based on basically trigonometric standard result on derivative. Okay, so we are dividing the last exercise into two parts. I'm saying that again. Okay, one with the simple standard result on derivative, the other one is going to be on trigonometric standard result on derivative. Okay, I hope that's understandable for you guys. Okay, let's have a look. What does this say? So till now I have been finding derivative, but now I'll get some easy ideas for some of the specific topics. What is my answer going to be? So I don't have to find the derivative again and again of that point. Okay, because I know the derivative formula, I can apply and also check out this result that are coming. You can use the derivative formula and check out this result that are coming. Okay, you guys can do that on your own as well. The very first one is the derivative of a constant function is 0. So if this is a function fx and I have written 5, or any constant number c, I have written constant c se leke. So if I say fx equals to 5, so if I have to find the derivative of this function, the derivative of this function which contains a constant number is going to be 0 always. The derivative of every constant term is going to be 0. Okay, second one is the derivative of x is 1. Derivative of, for example, this is your, it's not 3x, it's not 5x, it's just fx, the function is x. और जब x का डेरिवेटिव निकालेंगे तो हमारा क्या आएगा? हमेशा आंसर 1 आएगा. Okay, third one is the derivative of x to the power n. Let's say x to the power 5. My answer is going to be 5x to the power 4. Okay, you can also figure this out in the by using the derivative formula that we did before this. If you apply that derivative formula, you will come to a conclusion that if I have for example fx equals to x to the power 5, so my answer is going to be 5x to the power 4. So what does that mean? जब भी हम किसी भी डेरिवेटिव निकालेंगे अगर x की पावर में है तो we are going to bring the answer something like this. Is that clear? Okay, after that the fourth point says derivative of, you guys can have a look over here, derivative of ax plus b ki power n, okay, to the power n. So if I have a bracket, we'll be solving a question on this also. Not all the topics will be solving questions, but we'll be solving question on some of the topics. Ax plus b ki power n is n goes down over here, and this remains same like this, and the power 1 gets subtracted. So if 5 is the power, 5 comes over here, 4 goes over there. This bracket is same as it is, multiplied by a. What is a? A is the coefficient of x, where n is any positive number and a and b are the real numbers. So this is the solution that is going to be for when there is a power for any bracket which contains x. So how to find the derivative of this? Use this formula. This is the formula that you have to use. Okay, we did learn algebra of limits in one of the previous video, and in this video we'll be learning about algebra of derivatives. So algebra of derivatives, basically when we talk about if there's a constant term, so if this is gx जो function है, it contains the constant term. For example, let's say 5 multiplied by I have a function and the function is fx, the function is 3x plus 5, okay, or 3x plus 9. So 3x plus 9 is the function, so 5 is the constant and the function is 3x plus 9. So when I start finding the derivative of this, so when I start finding the derivative of this, derivative g dash x, so when I start finding the derivative, the 5 comes in front. Okay, 5 doesn't have any derivative whenever it's with the any algebraic term. Okay, so this is my answer that is going to be, for this my answer is going to be 5 is going to come in front, so 5 and then g 3x plus 9. So I'm going to find the derivative of this, and this is going to come in front. This is what the very first algebra of derivation tells us. Second part tells us, अगर मेरे पास कोई भी फंक्शन बन रही है जो दो फंक्शन को मिला के बन रही है, तो अगर मुझे उसका डेरिवेटिव ढूंढना है, तो अगर मुझे इसका डेरिवेटिव ढूंढना है तो इनका डेरिवेटिव कैसे होगा, अलग अलग हो जाएगा. सो यू गैस कैन सी. सो इफ आई हैव टू फाइंड द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ gx प्लस एफ एक्स का डेरिवेटिव ढूंढना है मुझे, तो मैं सेपरेटली भी ढूंढ सकता हूँ डेरिवेटिव एंड देन ऐड बोथ द डेरिवेटिव. इज इट ओके? And the third one is also the subtraction one. I want you guys to write down all these derivatives in your notebooks, so that when you're writing it down, and you'll understand not all of it, a little bit part of it, but when you're doing the questions, you'll think, yeah, I did write this one in my notebook. So when you're sending me homework, this results on some derivative should be written down on one of the pages. Okay, let's see some more. There are 2 or 3 important more, so we'll be having a look on them. If I have a multiplication, okay, if two functions are getting multiplied, okay, if two functions are getting multiplied, fx into gx, and I have to find the derivative of that when they are getting multiplied, okay, this is also called the product rule. They are getting multiplied, so what I'll be doing, fx को मैं बाहर कर दूंगा, पहले किसका निकालूंगा, gx का डेरिवेटिव, फिर gx को बाहर रख दूंगा और fx का डेरिवेटिव, एंड देन I'll add both of them. Okay, and same goes for division, but in division you have, when I have to find the derivative of this part, so what I do usually is I write gx and then फाइंड द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ fx, माइनस fx को बाहर रखता हूँ और gx को डेरिवेटिव ढूंढता हूँ, और जो नीचे डिनोमिनेटर है उसका स्क्वायर कर देता हूँ. ओके, दिस इज व्हाट डिवीजन हेल्प्स मी टू. ओके, दिस इज अगेन ऑन power, whatever is the power in the function that comes in front, and then I'll do one of the question with this, so you guys can have a look in this. And the seventh one is derivative of any polynomial. So basically होता क्या है, मेरे पास एक polynomial है, मैंने लिख दिया है आपके आगे. I have a polynomial, you can see, and this polynomial, you guys can see it's a big polynomial. When I find the derivative of this, dfx upon dx, when I start finding the derivative of this, what I'll do, I'll give the derivative to each and every part of this. D by dx of a naught x to the power n plus d by dx of a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus d to the dx a2 x n minus 2. So now when I find the derivative of each and every particular point, so what happens in this is, you guys can have a look. जब मैं इसका डेरिवेटिव ढूंढूंगा तो n भी आगे आ जाएगा, a का पहले क्या करूंगा मैं, a बाहर आ जाएगा, और जब इसका डेरिवेटिव होगा तो n इसका x n minus 1, इसमें a1 बाहर आ जाएगा, and then what is going to be, n minus 1 is going to be here, और जो x है, x की पावर में क्या बचेगा, n minus 1 minus 1 हो जाएगा. दिस वी हैव लर्न इन द वेरी फर्स्ट वन की थर्ड जो फॉर्मूला हमने सीखा था. तो एक एक करके इनका डेरिवेटिव निकल जाएगा. ओके, व्हेनेवर इट्स अ बिग और अ लार्ज फंक्शन फॉर यू गाइस. Okay, let's have a look at some of the questions and some of the examples. We'll be looking at some of the examples just for the starter, and then I'll be doing some questions for you guys from exercise 13.5. Okay, so the very first example that we'll be doing is, we have two. Example number 1, the very first part, the question says find the derivative of the following function. I have to find the derivative of this. So this function can be written, this is a function that I am writing, 3x to the power 7 minus 5x square plus 9. Now I have to find the derivative. Derivative can also be written like this, or derivative can also be written like this, d by dx of 3 to the power 7 minus 5x2 plus 9. Okay, I have to find the derivative of this. So what I'll do, I'll find the derivative of this separately. How separately? D by dx 3x to the power 7 minus d by dx 5x square plus d by dx and 9, and we are finding the derivative with respect to x. Okay, so I gave it to all of them, like we did learn in the last one, the polynomial. Okay, derivative of any polynomial, we distribute the derivative. So you know, when we are finding the derivative of any term and there is a number with it, the number comes in front. And what is the derivative of x going to be if x have any power? So it's going to be 7 will come in front. Okay, so into 7 will come in front, x to the power 6, एक कम हो जाता है, n minus 1, minus 5 is going to come in front and this is going to be 2x to the power 1, एक कम हो जाती है पावर, प्लस किसी भी कांस्टेंट टर्म का डेरिवेटिव हमेशा क्या होता है, जीरो. दिस इज द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी डिड लर्न. If you guys go back to the very first one, or you guys can open up your books, you will understand that the derivative of a constant term is 0. Okay, so I'm going to write down what is my answer. 7 3s are 21, x to the power 6 minus 5 to the 10 x, and there is nothing else. Okay, so this is my answer, 21 x to the power 6 minus 10 x. This is my derivative. Okay, let's have a look in the second part, or maybe the third part. Let's see the third part. What does the third part say? Ax square plus b ka whole square. Now I have to find the derivative of this with respect to x, but you know a and b are the constant numbers or the numbers, constant term or the numbers. Constant term basically means like 1 2 3, so they are acting as constant numbers. Okay, so I'll find the derivative. This is a function ax square plus b ka whole square, and I'll find the derivative. Okay, d by dx of ax square plus b ka whole square. I'm going to open the bracket and square I'm going to give to both of them. So it's going to be a square x4 plus b square plus 2 ax square b. Is that okay? So this derivative is going to go to all of them. So when the derivative goes to all of them, so it's going to look something like this. A square x to the power 4 plus derivative of b square plus derivative of d by dx ax square b. Okay, now derivative of this is a constant term, it's going to come in front, so a square, and x का डेरिवेटिव क्या होगा, इंटू 3 इंटू एक्स टू द पावर 3, एक कम हो जाएगा, सॉरी इधर 4 आ जाएगा, 4 विल कम डाउन एंड उधर पावर 1 बच जाएगी. ओके, प्लस डेरिवेटिव ऑफ एनी कांस्टेंट नंबर इज गोइंग टू बी 0, प्लस a and b is going to come in front, and when there is x, it's going to be 2x to the power 1. So what do I have now? A square 4a square x to the power 3 plus ab, or 2x ab I can write. So this is my answer, 4a square x to the power 3, and you guys can have a look, 4a square x to the power 3 4abx or 4xab. This is also what I can write. Okay, we'll try solving some of the questions from the exercise now. So let's have a look in the exercise. Okay, let's have a look in exercise 13.5, question number 1, sixth part. So we have, this is a function given 2x to the power 4 plus x, and I'll be finding the derivative of this function. Derivative of the function can be written like this, and d by dx 2x4 plus x. You know what to do, I'm gonna give the derivative to both of them, d by dx of 2x4 plus d by dx of x. So derivative of 2 is going to come in front, and derivative of x to the power 4 is going to be, 4 is going to come in front, and x के पास कितनी पावर बचेगी, 3. And if you see the second rule, derivative of x equals to 1. Okay, why it's equals to 1? Because 1 आगे आ जाएगा, पावर 1 है, ऊपर 0 बच जाएगा, एक कम हो जाएगा, तो किसी की भी पावर 0 1 होती है, तो 1 आ गया मेरा. Okay, so what is my answer? I got 2 4s are 8, 8x cube plus 1. This is my answer that I got for question number 1, first sixth part. Okay, I hope you guys are getting it. Okay, Okay, let's have a look at question number 2, first part. Question number 2, first part. What do you think what we are going to do in this question? X minus A, X minus B. I have to find the derivative of this. What do you think I can do in this question? So they both are getting multiplied, right? So whenever I have to find the derivative of a multiplication, you guys can please have a look like over here. So this is a function. I'm writing x minus a, x minus b bracket close, and whenever I have to find a function or the derivative of this, I write it like this. And this is going to be x minus a and then d by dx of this derivative plus x minus b and d by dx of x minus a. Okay, so this is the product rule we have studied. Whenever there are two things that are multiplying, what I usually do, I take the first one out and the second one over here, and then I solve it. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. Other way of doing it is multiply both of them and directly do the what do you say? Okay, I'll show you the other method also. So if I multiply this, I'll be getting, what will I be getting? X square minus xb minus ax minus plus ab, and then I have to find d by dx of this function. So I'm going to distribute the d by dx of x square minus d by dx of xb minus d by dx of minus ax and plus d by dx of ab. So the derivative of this is going to be what? 2x to the power 1. Derivative of this is going to be b to bahar aa jayega, and derivative of x is going to be always is 1. Second formula सीखा था हमने. Minus a is going to come out of the derivative, it's a constant term, and x की पावर कितनी बन जाएगी? I mean x का derivative कितना होता है? 1. Plus derivative of any constant term is 0. So I'm just writing 0 over here. So what is my answer that I got? 2x की power 1 minus b minus a. So this is my answer. 2x minus b minus a. Okay, I hope you guys are able to see this. Okay, let's have a look हम कैसे solve करेंगे fifth का first part. Okay, so I have a question and this is the function fx equals to, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply this whatever is outside, so it's going to be 7x to the power 5 minus 6x minus 8 plus 5, because this is going to get multiplied, so the power is going to get added. When the power will get added, the function that is going to be with me is 7x to the power 5 6x minus 3. Alright, and then I'll find the derivative of this function, and when I am finding the derivative, d by dx of 7x to the power 5 minus d by dx of 6x minus 3. So whenever I am finding the derivative of any function, the number comes in front, and derivative of x is going to be 5x to the power 4. Okay, minus 6 is going to come outside, so it's going to be minus 3 and x to the power minus 3 and minus 1, that's going to be minus 4. एक कम हो जाएगा, तो minus 3 में एक कम करके कितना आएगा? minus 4. Okay, I hope you guys are getting it. So my answer is going to be 7 5s are 35, x to the power 4 minus, plus minus and minus plus 6 3s are 18, x to the power minus 4. You can also write it like this: 35 x to the power 4 plus 18 over x to the power 4. This is also what you can write. Okay, so if, the only thing is distributing, because this was the algebra of derivative when we were learning. When we have subtraction, the derivative goes to both of them. When there is addition, derivative goes to both of them. When there is multiplication, we apply the product rule, जो हमने यहाँ भी apply किया था. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, we'll be looking at question number now. Let's see which question we'll be looking at. All the questions are of multiplication. Okay, let's see question number 8, first part. So it says x plus 1 x minus 2 over root x, sorry, I'm sorry. So this is what I have to find the value of, and this is a function given to me. So if I write fx equals to this is fx, that is x plus 1 and x minus 2 over root x. Now I'm going to make the function little bit easy for myself. So I'm going to multiply both the bracket, and when I multiply both the bracket, it's going to be x square minus 2x minus plus x minus 2. Okay, there are upon x to the power 1 upon 2. Do you know why 1 upon 2 I wrote down? Because x की power square root को 1 upon 2 भी लिख सकते हैं. Now fx equals to this, both are same, x to the power 2 minus x minus 2 over x to the power 1 upon 2. I'm gonna bring this and give this base to each one of them. So I'm writing it over here. If you want, I'm writing it over here. So it's going to be function fx is going to be x 2 minus half, okay, minus x की पावर 1 माइनस हाफ. दिस इज ऑलरेडी 1, ऊपर से हाफ आया, माइनस हो गया, माइनस 2x माइनस 1 अपॉन हाफ. वाई माइनस? बिकॉज उसके साथ कुछ है ही नहीं, तो ऊपर जाके माइनस हो जाएगा, तो नीचे कुछ नहीं बचा आप मेरे पास. अब हुआ क्या, जब इसमें से माइनस होता है तो अब आप देख सकते हैं 4 माइनस 2 दैट इज गोइंग टू बी 3 अपॉन 2 एक्स टू द पावर 3 अपॉन 2 माइनस एक्स की पावर 1 upon 2 minus 2 की power x minus 1 upon 2. Now I have to find the derivative of this. So when I find the derivative fx, that is, so I give derivative d by dx x to the power 3 upon 2 minus d by dx x to the power 1 upon 2 minus d by dx 2x की power minus 1 upon 2. Now you guys can have a look over here. जब भी मैं x का डेरिवेटिव निकालता हूँ, जब भी कुछ पावर है तो पावर आगे आ जाती है और एक माइनस हो जाता है. सो कैसे होगा, इसमें 3 अपॉन 2 नीचे आ जाएगा और x में क्या हो जाएगा 3 अपॉन 2 माइनस 1, कि एक पावर कम हो जाती है. इसमें क्या हो जाएगा माइनस 1 अपॉन 2 नीचे आ जाएगा, x 1 अपॉन 2 माइनस 1, और फिर इसमें माइनस तो ऑलरेडी है और माइनस 1 अपॉन 2 नीचे आ जाएगा और x की पावर क्या बन जाएगी minus 1 upon 2 minus 1. I hope you're getting it. So we'll try simplifying this more further. So 3 upon 2 x की power, if I subtract 1 from this, it's going to be 1 upon 2. You know that, right? Why? Because इसके नीचे 2 है, 2 हो जाएगा, ये भी 3 में से 2 गया, 1 upon 2 बचा, माइनस 1 upon 2, और इसमें कितना बचेगा x की पावर माइनस 1 upon 2. Then this minus and minus will become plus and half, and x की power is going to be what, minus, this is going to become 2, that is going to be minus 3 over 2. So this is my answer. Okay, जो माइनस पावर है आप नीचे भी लेके आ सकते हो, but this is what is my answer going to be looking like. Okay, so that's how you get your answer. You can check your answer from the back also. If there's any mistake, forgive me, but I don't think so there will be any mistake in this question. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we'll have a look in question number 15. What to do in question number 15? So I have been given y equals to x plus 1 upon x. Prove that this equals to 0. So in this I have to find only one derivative, that is this dy by dx. So this is y. Okay, so I'm going to find the derivative. And how to find the derivative? Please have a look. फंक्शन का y का डेरिवेटिव क्या होगा, या फिर y का डेरिवेटिव इन x इज गोइंग टू बी समथिंग लाइक दिस, डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ x प्लस डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ x की पावर माइनस 1. ये नीचे था, मैंने ऊपर लाके x की पावर माइनस 1 लिख दिया, सो दैट इट्स नॉट डिस्टर्बिंग फॉर यू. सो जब हम डेरिवेटिव निकालते हैं तो इसका डेरिवेटिव 1 हो जाएगा. यू नो दैट किसी भी कॉन्स्टेंट x का डेरिवेटिव 1 हो जाता है. देन माइनस 1 विल कम डाउन एंड x की पावर कितनी हो जाएगी, एक कम, दैट इज माइनस 2. इसमें माइनस 1 और कर देंगे तो माइनस 2 हो जाएगा. तो मेरे पास क्या आया, डेरिवेटिव 1 माइनस एक्स टू द पावर माइनस 2. दिस इज द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दिस थिंग. सो नाउ आई विल पुट दैट इन द होल इक्वेशन, एक्स स्क्वायर मल्टीप्लाइड बाय दिस, और इसका आंसर क्या है 1 माइनस एक्स की पावर माइनस 2. ओके, माइनस x into y. What is y? x प्लस 1/x प्लस 2। अब इसको सॉल्व करते हैं, मैंने वैल्यूज पुट कर दी, इसकी जगह ये वैल्यू पुट कर दी। अब इसमें तो हो जाएगा एक्स स्क्वायर मल्टीप्लाई होगा, अब माइनस इसमें हो जाएगा एक्स की पावर 0, दैट इज बिकॉज ये +2 है -2 है, और जब पावर ऐड होंगे तो 0 बचेगा, माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर एंड माइनस x/x, ये ऊपर आ जाएगा और नीचे ऑलरेडी है +2, so this is going to become 1. Okay, and then let's see, this and this is going to get cancelled out, so minus x to the power 0 होता है, that's going to be 1 होता है, -1, this is going to be -1 and +2 I have, so -2 and +2 I'll get 0. So am I getting 0 after this? Yes, I am. So that's how I solve my answer, by doing all this stuff. Okay, so in this I just have to put the formula. I hope you guys got this. Thank you for listening, and thank you for paying attention. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much.